Hey there, everybody. So it is the day after New Year's here in DC, and it is balls cold out. Nonetheless, I want to give you guys a little bit of tech. This comes from Alien Jon, who I was delighted to get to spend some time hanging out with over the holidays back in Boulder. So this right here is a 4-beat watermill, right? It goes into that kind of inside place where we have, that little scoop between the arms and the body. And it has some similarities to an air wrap, namely, if we go back and forth with an air wrap between the arms and back out of the arms, what we're creating is a moment in which the left-hand poi goes over and pulls the right-hand poi in between the arms, and then on the way back, same deal, right? In both cases, the cross points that we're dealing with are really pointed straight down, so you could think of a 4-beat watermill as being an analogous structure surrounding the hands to that of the air wrap, of course, right? Now, we've been assuming for quite a while that an air wrap is kind of like a truncated version of a hyperloop, right? But as John's been playing around with this, he actually is thinking that there's something slightly different at work, namely this. So, if I wanted to switch up to more of a hyperloop, which, of course, its arm equivalent is something akin to an inversion from this wall plane kind of place, it turns out it's not that easy to do just by dint of what we have to work with. He actually noted that you can easily induce it, however, by switching which hand is leading, and then by extension where the cross point happens to be. So from this place right here, I can, of course, set my right hand to be the lead hand, but then I just wind up with a simple 2-beat watermill, which, of course, doesn't yield a tangle at all. But if I set my cross point now to being up, all of a sudden, it does induce that inversion kind of behavior, right? So when we're sitting here with the poi below our shoulders, the right hand induces the air wrap-like behavior, and it's the right hand that induces, the hyperloop-like behavior, namely the inversion, right? And here's the crazy thing, if we go above our shoulders, this behavior gets reversed. So for example, if I'm above my shoulders right here and it becomes the left hand that initiates the movement back and forth, I wind up with that inversion-y type movement. Whereas if it's the right hand that induces the movement, I wind up with my watermill. Or really what it winds up being is a 4-beat windmill, right? So you could think of this as almost being like a checkerboard. So when I'm below my shoulders, if the right hand is leading, I have the hyperloop behavior. If the left hand is leading, I have the air wrap behavior. When it's above my shoulders, it's reversed, such that when my left hand is leading, it's the hyperloop/inversion behavior, and when my right hand is leading, it becomes the air wrap/watermill kind of behavior. And if I switch it around and I keep them turning the same direction, the behavior reverses again. So instead of it just being a checkerboard, it actually turns out to be closer to being a Rubik's Cube around the body, right? So, for instance, if I start off with a place where I'm performing my watermill and I switch over to this side of my body, now if my left hand initiates it, I wind up in a place where I get that inversion-y kind of behavior. And of course, I haven't practiced that for shit, so it looks terrible. But yeah, anywho, I thought I would throw that out to you guys because I thought it was interesting at least. And now I'm going to go inside and get warm. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a great week. Peace.